Good morning, Mon Petit, and welcome back to my channel. If you don't recognise what room we are currently sitting in, it's a room I feel like it really doesn't get a lot of love on my YouTube. We're currently in my little Nancy Meyers inspired office, a room that actually I use pretty much every single day. I sit in here, I do my emails, my admin, my work, but I feel like I don't often vlog in here. But I have just been sitting, made myself my morning coffee, and I have been starting to create my Christmas mood boards. Now, if you don't know me, you may not know that I love a mood board when it comes to outfits, when it comes to interiors, when it comes to pretty much everything. I love to create a mood board on Canva, and I've been starting to create a bit of a mood board for the Christmas decorations in the house because it is almost time. We are only a couple of weeks away from the beginning of Vlogmas, and you may know that I do start putting my decorations up and filming a little bit early just to give myself a little bit of leeway, because I'm not gonna lie, I can't fathom literally getting up every single day, vlogging, editing, turning around the video, uploading, exporting, like getting it ready all within like a 24-hour period. I always need to give myself like a couple of days in advance, and I need to give myself a little bit of leeway with regards to the videos because I'm a one-man band. I do it all by myself, all the editing, all the filming, all the videoing, so I like to give myself a little bit of time. So it is only a matter of weeks before the Christmas decorations go up, and I honestly could not be more excited to decorate this house. I remember when we came to view the house, one of the first things I said to Alex is, this is a Christmas house. Like, I am just so excited to decorate this home for Christmas. I feel like it really comes alive in kind of like autumn, winter. It's a very cozy, obviously that like 1930s farmhouse. It's just such a home that is like tailored towards autumn, winter, and I cannot wait to see how it comes alive at Christmas. So I've just got my laptop here and I have been squirreling away getting inspired. I'm actually heading out in a little bit to the Garden Society because I want to get even more inspired and have a little look around at the Christmas section. If you are in and around Hampshire, if you're like in the area and you don't know the Garden Society, oh my goodness me, it is literally like one of the best garden centres in the UK. I'm gonna put it out there. It is amazing. It's no kind of like Dalesford, it's not on like that level. I'd say it's so much less like intimidating. They've just done such an incredible job of just making it so cozy, such a lovely space to go to if you want to just like go for lunch with like a girlfriend and you want to have like a lovely wander around. The kind of interior section, in the summer you can sit outside. They've got like the most beautiful kind of areas. They've got these little almost like huts where you can do like private events. So like if you're planning a hen do or something, I think that would be such a cool place to go to. And if you've been following me since last Vlogmas, actually I did go to the Garden Society for a wreath making masterclass, which was so much fun. So we are heading to see the Christmas section today, which I cannot wait for. I am so excited. I've realised actually it's been such a long time since I've shown you this room. I don't think you've seen the full updates. This room is finally finished, and it's really nice to get to a point, especially before we start decorating for Christmas, to kind of get to a point where like I feel like the house is at a really good stage. I mean, let's be honest, when it comes to interiors, you're never completely finished, but I feel like we've gotten a lot of rooms and like a lot of spaces at that point where we're just like really happy with them, so that especially when Christmas starts, we can just like really focus on like the Christmas decorating and the Christmas styling. So the biggest update in this room is that we actually have doors, which is very, very exciting. This is a room that actually I feel like it's probably been touched the least. It's such a simple, calming space, which is why I call it my Nancy Meyers office, because it's just the most beautiful sage green and white, which I find a very, very calming combo. And it's just such a lovely light open space. Even though it's the smallest room in the house, it's actually like a really lovely space to be in. I love taking calls in here because I've just got these shelves as like my background whenever I'm taking Zoom calls or if I'm like having meetings or anything like that. And I love sitting here and just typing away, getting inspired. It's a room that I feel like I can get so creative in. This is actually a gorgeous table that I picked up from an antiques market. It's like an old farmhouse style table. When I told them I was using it for a desk, honestly they looked at me like I was so crazy, but actually I think it works so well. I love this little setup. This is a chair from Cult Furniture, which I absolutely adore. It's like a little swivel chair, so it's super comfy. It's like a really easy one to sit and work on. It doesn't have wheels, which was really important actually, because it's like wooden floors. I didn't want to be sliding around all over the place, so I really like it because it just makes it like super easy to move, but you're not actually like moving around the place whenever you're sitting on it. I really want to actually do like a gallery wall up here, but I don't know if that would make it a bit distracting. I know that sounds really weird, but as I said, it's just such a like lovely calm room, and I'm kind of enjoying the fact that it's just very empty in here. But one of the biggest things, one of the biggest changes that we wanted to make in this room is to these eaves. So there is massive storage space back there, which was completely wasted when there weren't any doors in front, because you didn't want to fill it, like you didn't want to put anything in it. So we've had these doors put in, which I'm so happy about. They're just like simple MDF doors. You would have seen that I picked these little knobs up in at the Cotswolds, which I love because they're just like these gorgeous antique style knobs, and then I've just painted it white. So it's super simple, but I feel like it really has like completed this room and made it look so much more finished, and also is a lot more practical. It's the thing that you learn whenever you move home, move to a new house, is that you just need so much storage in your space, and we love how much storage we have in here, because this is actually Alex's wardrobe for the time being. It eventually won't be. We would love to get like a built-in wardrobe done in our bedroom, but for now it's just such a great space for him to be able to put all of his clothes, keep all of his bits. So it's kind of like his dressing room in the mornings, and then in the day it is at my office. So it's quite a multifunctional space, but a space that I'm so happy with, at the fact that it's like pretty much finished now. We have finalized the doors and put them in, and I'm so happy. So the only question is, do we do a gallery wall? I would love to know your opinions. Do you think I should maybe put some bits up? I could like find them at boutiques places. I can get some like really individual places. I can even put like pictures up, maybe from like my sister's wedding, like some lovely memories. I don't know. Or do I keep it white so that it's just like a really calming, neutral space? I'm undecided, but yeah, this is one of my favorite rooms. The smallest room in the house, but I think it's safe to say one of my favorite rooms in the house. We've just arrived to the Garden Society now, and it's already looking so festive. Oh my goodness, Christmas has arrived at the Garden Society. Oh, this is making me feel so festive. They always decorate their trees so beautifully at the Garden Society. I mean, look at all the foliage that's on this. Oh wow. If ever you're looking for a really special bauble, I definitely recommend coming to the Garden Society, because they have so many beautiful, like handcrafted, really gorgeous ones. We like to buy one every year that's like symbolizing that year, something that we did. If it's like a holiday that we went on, even better if it's got the date on it. I always love being able to look back and think, oh, in 2019 I bought this one, in 2020 I bought this one. Oh my gosh, I love these. They're gorgeous. Oh my goodness, it is a gingerbread wonderland over here. Look at these little gingerbread houses. They are absolutely incredible. If you don't quite have the skill or the time to make a gingerbread house this year, this would be such a cute alternative. I love this Ginny one next to the little jelly cat. Oh, that is absolutely adorable. It is literally a bauble wonderland on this wall. Oh my goodness, look how beautiful so many of these are. Just so intricate. I love the designs. Oh my gosh, the birds are twittering away in the aviary today. They're absolutely incredible. Look at them having a little dinner. Oh my gosh, I love seeing them in here. I've just come over to the little London stand. How cute are these? You've got a little Big Ben here, a little Big Ben. That is such an oxymoron, but you've got a London City bus. Oh my gosh, I love that. Bit more of a festive bus as well. Oh, they are so fun. They always have the best faux foliage at the Garden Society as well. I love the kind of sprinkle of snow on this one, and the blueberries. Oh my gosh, this to me literally feels like you have stepped into the North Pole. Look at the little penguins. Little Pingaling. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. I love the like white and blue theme here. It's absolutely stunning, and look at this foliage above me. Oh, it's just incredible. Oh, well, bonjour, monsieur. He's so cute. We've also got a gorgeous woodland theme over here with so many cute little baubles. Look at the little toadstools. They are so fun, and more stunning foliage. I always love adding berries. I feel like it just makes it so festive. It makes it so Christmassy. Oh my gosh, they've also got these little toadstools that you could add into your tree. You can just wrap them around each branch. I think they are so cute. Well, my goodness me, I do apologise for the lighting, but we've just got back from the Garden Society now, and it is already starting to get dark. I mean, it is literally 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and already the sun is setting. I'm having to turn the kitchen lights on. It well and truly feels like Vlogmas is on its way out. I always feel like at this time of year, it just gets dark so early. It always feels so wintry. a little bit festive and kind of a bit Christmassy. Please tell me I'm not the only one that feels that way, but I wanted to show you what I picked up from the Garden Society because they had so many gorgeous bits. And I also love their tote bags. This is actually one that I've had for a little while now, but they sell them in the shop and they're only about like £3–4. And a lot of these kind of Hessian tote bags, especially like branded ones, they can be upscales, like up marketed to something like 15, 16, even £20, which is absolutely ridiculous. But these are really handy to have actually just to buy in themselves because I always use them whenever I'm like going around people's houses, because let's be honest, at this time of year you're going to be being hosted by a lot of people and you always want to bring some around. You never want to go somewhere empty-handed, so even if it is just a bottle of bubbly, maybe like a pudding or like something to kind of contribute to dinner, they're really handy to bring around in this because nobody wants to really be bringing around like a lovely bottle of like Moet or something like that in a plastic bag. This is so much nicer and obviously you can reuse it for all of your weekly shopping. So let me show you what I picked up because I did get a couple of little baubles which I'm really, really excited to put on the tree. Can we also just talk about the packaging? I love the branding that is on everywhere, but we were spoiled for choice with gorgeous baubles and I always just love to buy like 1 or 2 extras. I feel like I'm not going to be buying a huge amount this year in terms of actual decorations, although I do have some really exciting new Christmas garlands. I actually have a new Christmas tree this year. I cannot wait to show you. We've got a new Christmas tree, we've got new wreaths, we've got new garlands. So I just wanted to add a couple of new baubles because I feel like other than that, I really don't need to be buying a huge amount for the new house, but I couldn't resist this little wreath. How gorgeous is this? This was a part of all of the kind of like gingerbread section. So these baubles are from a brand called Gisela Graham, which I definitely think is one of the best bauble brands out there. Don't get me wrong, it is spenny, so it's the kind of thing where you just buy like 1 or 2 as a really special addition to your tree. And I just loved the like faux gingerbread, the fact that it's like a little wreath. I don't know if you can see there, but it is sparkly. It looks absolutely gorgeous. I love the little bow at the top as well, and the fact that it literally looks like a gingerbread cookie. I just showed it to Alex and he said to me, can I eat that? And I was like, no, you cannot. So I absolutely love that. And then the other one that I picked up, I think this has to be one of my favorite baubles I have ever bought. Now it's such a shame that it doesn't have a date on it because we always love doing that as a bit of tradition and like adding a bauble that's got like the date on it, but hopefully I'll remember that this is my 2024 bauble. Look how beautiful that is. The most stunning like deep maroon red, so on theme with our Christmas tree and our theme for Christmas, with the most gorgeous Christmas tree embellished onto it. So it's on both sides, so it is like reversible, which I do hate it sometimes when they only do it on one side of a bauble, because let's be honest, it's going to be on the tree, it's going to be like twisting around. So I love that you can see it from both sides, and I love the fact that a tree is like a silvery gold theme as well, which I just think again very on theme with our Christmas decorations. So I think they were both about £5 each, which isn't too bad on the grand scale of things, but as I said, you wouldn't want to like fill your entire Christmas tree with that. That would get very, very expensive. But just to buy 1 or 2 a year, I think is such a lovely addition and such a lovely little kind of like gift to yourself every year, just to like add to the tree. And I just feel like it feels really special doing that every single year. So such a lovely day at the Garden Society. We ended up getting lunch, which got soup because it's just like really chilly in there. It's a kind of greenhouse, so like when you are going, you do want to like wrap up warm. I definitely did not dress up warm enough because I just had my jumper on. It wasn't actually that chilly this morning, and you know when you're getting yourself ready and stuff and you kind of forget quite how cold it is outside. I feel like I'm still getting used to the dip in temperatures. So wrap up warm, bring like your scarf and your coat, sit and have a lovely lunch. It is just the best way to start getting excited for Christmas. Well, it is the next day now, and I am not gonna lie to you, I feel like I am continuing the kind of early Christmassy theme of this vlog through everything. I got up this morning and I was like, you know what, I really want to try like a little bit more of a festive hairstyle, because if you know me, you will know that at this time of year there is one thing I love, and that is a hair bow. I even did a little Instagram reel how I kind of like style my hair bow, how I do it up, the products that I use. So head on over to my Instagram if you've not seen that. Actually, if you always wonder just like how I actually kind of do that half up half down look, but I was like, you know what, let's do something a little bit different instead of the hair bow, because I feel like now that my hair has gotten so much longer, I mean, look look at that length. I feel like I can just style it in so many different ways now, and I'm actually having a lot of fun with it. It's so funny because I've been getting so many comments from you guys saying, oh my gosh, Ellie, I cannot believe the length of your hair at the moment. And this is long for me. And it's so funny because I know that for a lot of people, they're like, that is still very short. That is still not even really mid-length. I don't really know what you consider this. It's kind of just below my collarbone. But for me, this is long. Actually kind of loving it. I feel like I've kind of nailed the products that I've been using so that I still have a bit of volume in it. Obviously, I very much like the smooth, sleek bob hairstyle. That is just me to a T. So I've popped in this little clementine mint hairband, which I'm not gonna lie, when my hair was shorter, I feel like it just didn't really work. 'Cause it didn't like stay back, it didn't like stay behind my head, whereas now I feel like it's staying and I'm kind of loving it. I have had to put my contacts in today though, because you cannot wear glasses and hairbands at the same time. They just knock into each other and it makes for a very, very uncomfortable hairstyle, which I don't know if you've noticed, but I have been wearing my glasses an awful lot more recently, and I hope you guys don't mind. But when it comes to contact lenses, as much as I obviously wear my contacts a lot, like I would say the vast majority of the time I'm wearing my contacts, especially if I'm like out and about, sometimes I just want to wear glasses. And I really feel like I've shifted recently with regards to still feeling beautiful in my glasses. It kind of got to a point where I felt like I wasn't dressed up if I was wearing my glasses. And I don't know if any other glasses wearers feel this way, but especially if I was having days in London, I felt like I couldn't wear my glasses because it looked too casual. I didn't look like I was like business smart. I didn't look like I was ready for the day or like dressed up for an event. It's so funny, and I feel like I need to like get that out of my head and be more comfortable with like wearing my glasses into London, like wearing my glasses on the vlog, because obviously they are a part of who I am, and it's just something that I have to kind of accept. And I kind of want to just like be a bit more, I don't know, be a bit more comfortable wearing my glasses on the vlog. So I've been wearing them an awful lot more, especially because I have such dry eyes. I have such dry skin, actually. It's not been playing ball recently, which I think I'm gonna get myself booked in for a facial because I just think I want a little bit of like a refresh with my skin. In fact, I got sent, very excitingly, a lovely gift from PetiteElliee, which I feel like is gonna be such a godsend to add into my skin routine. If ever you are struggling with like breakouts, with kind of like dryness, and you just want like a real like reset with your skin, this, oh my goodness me, is the PetiteElliee Glow Tonic. And they've actually sent it in a limited edition box. How cute is this, celebrating 25 years of PetiteElliee, which I cannot believe they've been around for 25 years. It is just absolutely incredible. And I feel like PetiteElliee have been such a brand to pioneer glow. I absolutely adore them for it. I just absolutely love their products. So many of their products I feel like just really work with my skin. Now the Glow Tonic, I would say, is quite strong, so I don't tend to use this every single night. I'll use it maybe 2-3 times a week. It depends on how kind of like comfortable you are with that. Like sometimes it does give a bit of a stingy feeling, especially if you've had like a long day, your skin's quite dry, you've been out and about all day, but it's that like good sting. Does anyone get what I mean? I feel like I'm that person that sometimes it's like, I like pain. Like if I go for a massage, I want to feel bruised. If I get in the bath, I want to be like sweating. I'm so hot. If I'm going to be using a product that like resurfaces my skin, I want it to feel like it is resurfacing at my skin. So the Glow Tonic has 5% glycolic acid and an exfoliating toner, and it literally says on it, Ellie's Glow Tonic, which is just so kind of them. So I'm so excited to have this back into my routine because I ran out of a Glow Tonic a couple of months ago and haven't repurchased it since. I just have been using other products, and you know when sometimes you're like, actually I need to go back to the products that I know that work, I need to go back to the products that like my skin really agrees with, and this is definitely one of them. So I'm very excited to have that back in my routine. And how gorgeous is this box? I mean, 25 years of PetiteElliee. This is such a stunning box. I think I'm gonna have to keep this and see if I can take out the packaging from inside, because it is just such high quality. I love the like sage green color. It just feels absolutely beautiful. I have some new shoes to show you, which have literally just arrived this morning, that I'm so excited to unbox. I'm not gonna lie, I actually ordered these a couple of weeks ago. They're from a brand in America, so I think they took a little while to come over, and it's a brand that I've not actually discovered before, not heard of before, but oh my goodness me, when I started looking at their website, I had to be so restrained on what I ordered because they had so many gorgeous pairs of shoes. But there were two particular shoes that I was like, you know what, I feel like that's what's been missing in my wardrobe. And I feel like I've been adding a few pairs of shoes, actually, quite a few pairs of new shoes into my wardrobe. But now is the time of year, it's always that like transitional period when you start realizing what gaps you have in your wardrobe, like those pieces that you maybe want to be adding in. And so many of you guys have been saying that I need a pair of shoes like this, and I tried to fill this gap with the cute little ballet flats from H&M, but I did decide to return them, and so many of you guys agreed with me on this that they just were not the right material. They were a satin material, which for me in shoes just felt a little bit weird. It's funny because obviously the hairband is satin, and I do like satin with certain things. Like this is a clementine and mint band. Did I say that this morning? I can't remember if I already told you where this hairband is from. It's clementine and mint, and I don't know what it is about a hairband, but this to me is just such a like festive hairstyle, as well as a hair bow. I love doing a festive hairband at this time of year, and clementine and mint do loads of different like colorways. They do loads of different materials and things like that, but I really like the satin ones. Shoes, however, just did not work, and I discovered that 7 or 9 had basically the exact variation of these shoes that I wanted. So let me show you my new shoes that I'm adding into my wardrobe, because I really feel like these are filling a gap. I feel like I'm going to get a lot of wear out of, and I know you guys are going to love these as well. I don't think you're ready for this stunning pair of chocolate brown leather Mary Jane ballet flats. Oh my goodness me, are these not just the most beautiful thing you have ever laid your eyes on? I've been on the hunt for a pair of chocolate brown ballet flats for such a long time. As I said, we tried the H&M ones, the satin was just not working. I was debating whether to go for suede, but I thought leather would be a little bit more practical and maybe a little bit more versatile. I'll be able to dress them up a little bit more for the evening. And it's funny because Mary Jane, before now, is a style I've actually never tried before. I've kind of steered clear from it because I feel like traditionally having this like strap over your foot has been a little bit unflattering, and being a shorter girl, it is something I always need to think about, that kind of like elongation in my leg and like whether my shoes are flattering on me or whether they're not. But actually I kind of feel like a Mary Jane is almost like the ballet flats cooler older sister. It's very on trend this year. I've seen them absolutely explode, and I absolutely adore them. And whenever it comes to trends, especially like when you're going to be spending a lot of money and adding them into your wardrobe, you need to think about whether it's a trend that even if it wasn't trending, even if it wasn't like a huge item right now, would you still wear it? And I definitely think I would still wear these ballet flats. First up, can we just talk about this beautiful like almond shaped toe? Oh, that is just so flattering, so elongating. The strap has like a little bit of elastic, so it's quite stretchy and comfortable, and that chocolate brown color, it's the most beautiful, like really deep rich, it's almost coming up Merlot on the camera, but it's definitely more of a chocolate brown. And what I love about ballet flats is how versatile they are. Like you can dress them down at the weekend, wear them with jeans, wear them with a skirt, you can wear them into the office with some like gorgeous like tailored trousers, or you can dress them up for the evening. I feel like they are just so versatile, which is why I felt like the leather was the most versatile option to go for. And oh my gosh, 7 or 9 have the most beautiful footwear on their website. I'm going to apologize in advance to your bank accounts before you guys go and check out their shoes. I would actually be really interested to know if they're going to be doing any Black Friday savings, because it's a brand that I've not shopped at before. I don't know what they do around Cyber Week, so definitely have a little look, check them out, because with Cyber Week coming up, they might be a great option to see if they're going to be doing any savings or any discounts. But how stunning are these my new pair of ballet flats? I could not be more in love. But speaking of suede, they did have the most stunning suede shoes on their website, and I couldn't resist at least one pair of chocolate brown suede shoes. And when I saw these gorgeous loafers, I could not resist, because you know what I say, whenever it comes to adding pieces into your wardrobe, you're either upgrading, replacing, or filling a gap. And I don't have anything like this in my wardrobe. These are definitely going to fill a gap. And I feel like with the way that my kind of style has evolved, there's a lot of outfits where I feel like I want something that's maybe not a ballet flat, that's not a trainer, that's casual but still quite elevated, and I feel like that's exactly what these loafers are. I mean, look at this stretchy back. Can you see that? I have never seen a pair of loafers like this, because with shoes that you obviously don't wear socks with, sometimes you do need to be careful about blisters, about rubbing. I, for one, hate uncomfortable shoes. I always say it's 2024. We don't need to be walking around with blisters on our feet, so I feel like these are just going to be so supple, like supple. Supple is the word I'm looking for. So supple and soft and comfortable, and the colorway of them, oh my word. Of course, I'm going to give them a spray with my spray protector, because I never leave the house in suede if it hasn't been protected. I actually wore my suede jacket recently and it started raining and I didn't get a single mark on it. Like, honestly, it is a game changer using a suede protector. But again, I just love the shape of them, like the elongation. These to me look very Loro Piana, but for a fraction of the price. And you know, that's one of my favorite things, is finding pieces that look way more expensive than they actually are. So I feel like this is the perfect pair that you can just wear with like trousers, you can wear with jeans, with just kind of like anything that you've got on. I feel like these are just such a great like casual weekend pair of shoes that still look beautiful, they still look elevated. I feel like these are going to be such a great addition into my wardrobe. So two very exciting pairs of shoes to add into my wardrobe that I feel like they have just been perfect additions, like really filling a gap of pieces that I did not own before, and I cannot wait to get my wear out of them. I cannot wait to style them up. Speaking of styling, I thought I would just try them on because I wanted to see how they actually get styled up. Also, to kind of test the fit, because whenever you shop from like a new shoe brand, sometimes it can be a little bit nerve-wracking. So I got these in the 35 and oh my goodness me, they fit perfectly, absolutely perfectly. They have this really gorgeous, almost like cushioning to kind of like the toe area, which is so comfortable. The strap is completely adjustable, so you can change that up depending on your kind of like size or fit. And I just love, look at how elongating those are. Oh my goodness me, I love this almond shape. It is just absolutely stunning. And I've just styled it up with a little slip skirt, my chocolate brown slip skirt, which I think just pairs so beautifully with the Mary Janes. This to me is a very, very like easy kind of festive outfit, actually, especially with the hairband, especially with the pearls. I feel like it's one of those outfits that's super comfortable but actually quite elevated, which I really, really like. So if you have something like, I don't know, a Christmas lunch or like a work dinner or something like that, where you just want to be really comfortable but still have that like hint of festivity, I feel like this is a great outfit ahead of the festive season. And I couldn't be more in love with the shoes. I feel like I'm going to need one in every colour now because they are so comfortable. Honestly, I'm going to get so much wear out of them, and I love how they style up with the skirt. Oh, these are my new favourite shoes. I could not be more in love. And of course, I had to give the loafers a try, and I'm not gonna lie, I could not be more in love with these either. I can't decide which one's my favourite. Comment down below. Are you loving the loafers or are you loving the ballet flats? But I've just switched up the outfit slightly, and it just kind of goes to show how easily just like such a subtle change can change the entire vibe of the outfit. We went from something a bit more like evening appropriate, a bit more kind of like nighttime, to something so casual, like just a cute little cozy knit. I've just popped on my favourite pair of wide leg trousers, which are still available at Abercrombie, and you can still use my discount. It is still available all the way up until, I believe it's the beginning of December, so you can use my 20% off Abercrombie discount code on top of any Black Friday sale. So I'll leave these ones linked down below because I know how many of you guys have shopped these, and I love the fact that they fit so beautifully in length, and I love how they pair with the loafers. I love the fact that you've obviously got that little bit of ankle. The fact that you don't have to wear socks with them, you can just slip them on and run out the door, just makes them so comfortable. And the colorway, I actually think is just so different. Like, I've not seen any loafers like this. Often you'll get loafers in like a black, which to me is a little bit too corporate, or you'd get them in like a really light colour, like a taupe or something, which obviously is lovely but just not practical in like British autumn winter. Whereas these, I feel like, especially with the suede protector, are just going to serve me so well. So again, got them in the 35. They feel a little bit tighter than the ballet flats, but they definitely have like a lot of give and a lot of stretch to them. So I think they're going to be so comfy to wear. So my new favourite shoes to add into my autumn winter wardrobe. I could not be more in love with these, and I'm also so impressed, especially after shopping somewhere new. It's always a bit of a gamble, but they are just absolutely stunning. I'm not going to lie, it is quite a bit late now. I have basically just spent the entirety of my afternoon flicking through this. This arrived the other week and I haven't had a chance to read it yet. I don't know about you, but I love getting these mailers from some of my favourite interior places, because I love interior coffee table books, which is basically what this is. It's just kind of like inspo images to go through that's not like on your phone. As much as I love things like Pinterest, I love obviously saving folders on Instagram and stuff like that. I feel like sometimes it's like I want to do it away from a screen, so I always pick up like the White Company magazines, the Oakham magazines, Neptune magazines, because they just give me so much inspiration for the kind of like festive styling that I want to be doing. And I'm not gonna lie, this is literally the goal of what we want to achieve this year, and I am just so excited to decorate the house for Christmas. So I feel like I might need to tweak my mood board that I was doing it yesterday just to kind of like align it a little bit more, but I feel like this is very similar to the kind of vibe that I was going for. I love the ochre baubles as well. I mean, they are ridiculously expensive, £55 for a set of 2 plain red baubles. It is absolutely ridiculous, but I mean, great for inspiration, great just to have a little bit of a flick through and get a little bit inspired. I realised as I'm sitting here actually, this is one of my favourite little spots in the house. You might not have seen this area, but we have a couple more home updates, even a new in piece from SEZANE, which I haven't actually had the chance to show you yet. So if you're not familiar with this area, then let me introduce you to my little slice of Limewood. I know when we went to Limewood House a couple of weeks ago, I literally referenced this, and a few of you may have been thinking, what on earth are you talking about, Ellie? Because I know loads of you guys have seen this area already. I know a lot of you know the house really, really well, but we've had a lot of new faces over here, and I've not shown this area in a little while. So let me introduce you to my little slice of Limewood House. So this is modelled off the gorgeous decor in Limewood, and it's an area that was really difficult, I'm not gonna lie, when it came to styling. We did not know what to do with this area for such a long time. I think we kept it blank, like there was nothing in this kitchen for about a month after we first moved in, which kind of broke my heart because the kitchen was one of my favourite parts of the house and was something that really sold the house to us, and I really wanted to create an area that we can just sit and chill and be in the house, because obviously it could have been so easy just to put like a small dining table in, which again was quite tricky because our dining table did not fit in here. We would have had to downsize to something a lot smaller, and I just don't think it's as comfy. If there's one thing you should know about me, it is that I love a nook. I always call them my Ellie nooks. I just love having little nooks around the house that you can just sit and be. You can flick through magazines, you can read, you can scroll on your phone. Even just sitting with my laptop, I absolutely love doing here. And you may or may not be surprised that we spend so much time here. Like every breakfast, every single morning, we have our cup of coffees down here. In the afternoon, sometimes we'll have lunch here, and like on the weekends, and especially when you've got guests over, it's great. We had some friends over the other night, and as I was finishing up serving up dinner and finishing up with cooking, they were just sitting here chatting to me, which was lovely. And then it meant that by the time I was finished with dinner, we can move through into the dining room and sit and eat. So it's just such a lovely, sociable yet cozy area. It is just my absolute favorite. So literally copied what they do at Limewood House. And I remember when I told Alex my vision for this space, he was like, no, that's not gonna work. I don't like it at all. And I had to say to him, just trust me. Like I went out and bought the antique table without him. He was so cross at me and kept saying to me, Ellie, it's too big, it's not gonna work. And it wasn't until I kind of styled it up, and obviously it's taken such a long time to even continue with the styling, but as soon as I put them here, he was like, oh, actually, I really like that. And it has now become his favorite spot. Honestly, every morning when I come downstairs, he's sitting here having his morning coffee, getting ready for the day. So there's been a couple of new updates to my little slice of Limewood. A new in homeware piece from SEZANE, which I am so in love with. I adore SEZANE homeware. It is spenny, it is an investment, but all of their pieces I feel like are such statement, gorgeous pieces that you will keep in your home forever. Like the lamp that I have upstairs in my dressing room, I cannot tell you how many questions I get about that lamp because it's just in the background of a lot of videos, so I always get people asking me, where is it from? Like, where did you get that lamp? And I will always direct them to SEZANE home lighting because they just have the most beautiful lighting. And it's funny because I do feel like lighting is something that it's taken us a really long time to think about, because we only moved into this house in February, so very quickly it turned into spring. We didn't really need to think about the lighting in this house. Like in the kitchen we've got spotlights, and obviously for the longest time the spotlights served us well because we turned them on so irregularly, whereas now, I mean, it's literally 3:30 in the afternoon and I've got the lamp on because it is getting so dark already. So I need to think about having those like cozy pieces around the house. Like there's still more lighting that I would love to add to this area. I'm thinking 2 sconces either side of the print would look absolutely beautiful as well, which Alex has said again. He always, I swear to God, he always argues with me every time it comes to homeware pieces. He's like, is it not weird having a lamp and sconces? All of my inspo images have lamps and sconces paired together and it looks absolutely fine. So once I found like the perfect piece, the perfect sconce, I think it would work really well next to the print, which you haven't seen before. We recently put this up on the wall, our gorgeous antique map of Scotland, which we absolutely adore. Everyone that's come into our kitchen has complimented this because it's such a statement piece. And again, I was really worried that it wasn't going to quite work because obviously it's horizon. It's vertical, not horizontal. So I was like, oh, I don't know if it's going to work, but I think with sconces either side, it could work really well. It originally also had the idea to do paneling, but now that this is kind of in situ, I'm thinking, I don't know if we need the paneling. I think that might like lower the ceiling. I quite like how big and open and like high up the ceilings are in the kitchen, and I worry that it will lower it and bring it down a little bit. But yeah, I'm so happy with how this area is looking. It's a very functional area. As you can see, we've got a little boot rack there with our garden shoes so that we can just pop out whenever I'm doing my gardening, if ever I want to check on my veggies or anything like that. I've got a little olive tree that side, which I don't know if that's going to need to go before Christmas, because I don't know if it's too seasonal. I don't know if that's a bit too summery. I'm not entirely sure, but this is an area that I just absolutely adore, and I'm just loving making all these like really little cozy home updates, just little tweaks here and there. I feel like with regards to this house, my interior design has been so slow, and I've actually been really enjoying the process. I mean, we went for the longest time without anything on this table, and this has just been the perfect addition. I love the fact that the wood, I don't know if you can see, it's a mahogany, so it's like the same color almost as the table, and I just think they pair so well together. And it's funny because this is a very 70s style lamp, which you might not think is like my style, because I very much love that really antique retro style from like even like, you know, way before 1970s. I'm very much into that 1930s kind of vibe, because it obviously suits the interior of the house. You might not have thought that this would be like what I go for, but I just love how it looks. I think it's such a great addition. It's such a statement. I've had so many compliments on it since popping her up here, and she's been on pretty much every single night. We have her on a timer as well, which I would always recommend doing with your lighting as well, is getting plugs, adding them to your Alexa, or using like a smart bulb so that you can put them on timers and then they come on and you don't need to even think about it. So every day at 3:30 at the moment, she pings on, and she makes me very happy. She just adds the perfect amount of like cozy comfort to this area. So I'm absolutely in love with how the space is coming together. Speaking of cute little cozy home updates, another super simple little update which I feel like makes such a big difference in our living room is our new print that we have added to the wall. I got this print for Alex for his birthday, and you might notice a theme of what we really like in our artwork, but it is another Scotland print. It is a beautiful painting of like the Scottish Highlands. It's got some like little Highland coos in there. We ended up getting it framed, and I love what we've done with the frame. We've gone for a kind of like mahogany wood with this gold trim, and then this stunning like greeny greyish colour as the kind of like border, and I just love how it looks. We've popped it up by our John Lewis lamp, which I adore, in the corner of the living room, and I just, again, I feel like it's these little touches, these little tweaks that starts really making your home feel a bit more finished, a bit more complete, and just really adds that like character in. So I'm so happy with that addition as well. I think it just makes such a difference to this space. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like now is the perfect time to be making these little like tweaks, and like, as much as they're definitely not finishing touches, it does feel like little finishing pieces that just like really help to elevate a room. Now is the perfect time to do it before the festivities properly start, and especially before the Christmas decor goes up, because I don't know about you, but when the Christmas decorations go up, the house flips upside down. Like literally it flips on its head, because it's just all about that Christmas styling. So I don't know about you, I am well and truly in the festive spirit. Don't worry, there's not going to be a huge amount of festive vlogs between now and December, or at least not like full-on Christmas vlogs. There might be a few little festivities thrown in here and there, because I do feel like the festivities start earlier and earlier, and I, for one, am not complaining. So I hope you guys are as excited about Vlogmas as I am. Honestly, bring on the daily vlogs from the 1st of December. I cannot wait. But I'm actually going to leave this vlog here, because we are heading over to my sister and her husband's house this evening. We're heading over to G&G's for a pizza making masterclass. I say that, it's not a masterclass. We're just testing out their new pizza oven. They got one of those proper like wood fire pizza ovens recently, and I, for one, am very much up for helping them test drive it and trying out making the pizza. It's going to be a really fun evening. So if you guys got to the end of this video, comment festive down below in your comments, so I know that you are feeling as festive as I am, and I know that you got to the end, because I always love knowing who gets to the end of my videos. And as I've said, if you've not hit the subscribe button, make sure to hit it now, because you're not going to want to miss a single video, especially on the lead up to Christmas. But as soon as the 1st of December hits, oh, it's gonna be so much fun. So I really hope you guys have the loveliest evening, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.